Now, we're only a handful of games into the NBA season, but I think we've learned plenty of lessons. Today, I want to share 10 of them to start this NBA season. But of course, let me know your thoughts, the lessons you've learned in the comment section below. Should be tons of fun, and I get back to every single one. Lesson number one, it is as simple as your ABCs. Your 1, 2, 3s. Shout out to the Jackson 5. But Victor Wembanyama, it is his league now. This is a Spurs team that is 4-0. They're one of three teams that could say that at this point in the season. And without their starting point guard, they have the best defense in the league. They have the best point differential in the league. And Victor Wembanyama is leading the way. 31 points, 14 rebounds, and 5 blocks a game. There is quite literally no ceiling for a guy like Wemby because we've never seen a player like Victor Wembanyama in the NBA. So for however long he wants to play, 10, 15, 20 years, we are in for a treat as NBA fans. And as likable as Wemby is, I have no problem already saying it's his league now. He's the face of it. Now, lesson number two, the Utah Jazz are finally putting it all together. At 2-1, Will Hardy has these guys humming as one of the better offenses in the NBA. Lauri Markkanen's leading the way, averaging 35 and 8, shooting incredible from the field, but also a 51-point performance. You have a guy like Keontae George who's leading the offense, averaging 20 and 10 a night. You have a guy like Walker Kessler, 17 and 10 a night. But here's the thing. 85% from the field from a guy like Walker Kessler, not to mention 3 blocks a game. He's playing like an all NBA defensive kind of a player. Outside of this, you have guys like Bryce Sensabaugh off the bench averaging 12. You have a guy like Ace Bailey, who was a highly drafted rookie for his scoring ability, who's struggling to start the year. So when he comes back, I know he's dealing with some injuries. When he finds his rhythm and gets comfortable at the NBA level, this offense can take another step. I don't expect the Jazz to make a playoff run, but I do expect them to be a very fun team all season long. And Lauri Markkanen, hey, if they plan to trade him, his stock just went up. Now, lesson number three, LaMelo Ball is one of the best engines and leaders in the game today. On the top left of your screen, we have the numbers of the Charlotte Hornets offense so far this season. They are first in points per game, third in three-point percentage per game. They are the best assist team in the league, and they have the second best point differential in the league. They're doing all of this on the back of LaMelo Ball, and they're top 10 in the least amount of turnovers so far this season. The LaMelo Ball has had a tremendous start, and we talk about this every single year. If they can stay healthy past the first month, they can make a run at the playoffs. LaMelo Ball averaging 28 points a game, 8 rebounds, and 10 assists. I mean, near triple-double as a point guard is insanity. LaMelo Ball is, of course, leading the way, shooting about 50% from the field. Next to Brandon Miller, next to, of course, Miles Bridges and the young core that they have, if he can stay healthy and lead the ship, everyone's going to have their career best years, and everyone collectively can make a push at the playoffs. Lesson number four, thanks to Joel Embiid's presence and the young backcourt of the Philadelphia 76ers, their future is bright, and they're one of the funnest teams to watch in the NBA today. Now again, Joel Embiid's only averaging 12 and 4 a game, but this backcourt is leading the way. Tyrese Maxey's averaging 34 points and 8 assists a night while shooting efficiently from the field. VJ Edgecombe looks like the runaway rookie of the year, averaging 25, 7, and 6. And for this team to be missing Paul George and Joel Embiid, being so backcourt reliant, and to lead the league in the least amount of turnovers with the rookie of the year and all NBA first team kind of a guard, at least he's playing like it, in Tyrese Maxey, I so hope that this team can get healthy in a hurry and really make a run at things in the Eastern Conference, because if healthy, if VJ's playing like this, they can do it. Lesson number five, Cedric Coward can ball. And I didn't expect much from this dude coming into the season, I'll be honest. But I got my first look at this guy in March Madness of last year against my Florida Gators, and he has transitioned to the NBA seamlessly. 16 and a half points a game, 70% from the field, while also shooting 64% from three and giving them good defensive impact. Cedric Coward out of Houston has had a tremendous start to his rookie season. He is no doubt an all-NBA rookie first team kind of a player. And with the void of Desmond Bane, we weren't sure who was going to step up as the third best player on this roster next to John Jaren Jackson Jr. It could have been Santi Aldama. It could have been a multitude of players. But guys like Cedric Coward and Javon Small are taking advantage of this increased opportunity, and they're balling out to start 2025. So really just the Memphis depth has been impressive, but Cedric Coward's leading the way. Now, some rapid fire ones I want to throw out there for you guys at home. The Houston Rockets, when Fred VanVleet went down before the NBA season, there was a lot of questions about the point guard play of this roster coming into the year. Now, we've already seen that Amen Thompson can be special in spurts with the ball in his hands, but he's not a full-time point guard. So if this team can go out there and make a small trade for a Ty Jerome-esque kind of a point guard, I think that could be huge. Even if it's not a big-time name, if you can just get a guy that does the job for half of, 15, 20 minutes a night, like a TJ McConnell, like a Ty Jerome, that could be huge as far as the championship hopes and lives of the Houston Rockets. Amen Thompson's not there yet to lead this team possession to possession throughout an entire season. That's a tall task for a younger player, especially going against some of the best defenders in the game. For the Sacramento Kings, they need to run their offense through Zach. We just saw that in the game against the Thunder and in many games before. Their offense looks their sharpest when it runs through Zach LaVine. So, again, if they continue to run it through him and not by a committee, I think the Kings can have a better offense than we expect at the end of the season. Now, Darko Rajakovic is making it work in Toronto. I had high hopes for this team coming into the year. I knew that they would make a playoff push, and right now it looks like they're on track to do so. But I didn't believe that RJ Barrett was going to be able to start in this lineup for them to reach their highest peak. I thought Grady Dick might have to slide in and have to, well, space the floor for some of these talented wings, but they're not. They have played RJ Barrett next to Brandon Ingram and, of course, Scotty Barnes, and they're playing really good basketball at the moment. Now, the Denver Nuggets, their depth is scary. Last year when this was a team that took the Thunder to 7 games despite no depth and inconsistent stars around Jokic, we all knew they needed to add depth. They needed to add a different identity to this roster going into this year. And they've done that with all the additions like Cam Johnson and Bruce Brown. But this year so far, Jamal Murray has been more consistent. Of course, Aaron Gordon had a 50-point, 10 three-pointer game on opening night. This is a team that this year, Jokic is only averaging 17-point triple-double, which again, is 17-point triple-double for Jokic. But if he can only play 35 to 40 minutes a night instead of 10 more minutes, that's going to be huge for the longevity of Jokic and for the championship hopes of this roster. So, again, the depth is scary on the Denver Nuggets team. They're still my title favorites at this point in the season. Now, the Miami Heat, who expected this? No Tyler Hero to start the year, but they're one of the top 5 offenses in the game today. But across the board, man, offense, defense, how they're playing with injured stars, with guys in the lineup, out the lineup. The Miami Heat are one of the best teams in the league at this point in the season. I underrated them for sure. I think at this point, they're going to make the playoffs and be a play-in team. And they're, of course, going to push a contender to their limits in the first round. That's the Miami Heat for you, though. They do this every year. Another side note, the Chicago Bulls are not only the best team at defending the three-pointer, they are by a wide margin. They're only allowing like 7 total threes made a game from their opposing matchup. So the Bulls, hey, don't shoot. They're no-fly zone. Don't shoot the 3 ball against the Bulls because it's not going in. Seamlessly, there in the Windy City. I guess they have the top of the dome open. But that's going to do it, man. Episode 327. Those are 10 to 11 things that we've learned already just a few games into the NBA season. Let me know your thoughts and the lessons that you've learned in the comment section below. I'll get back to every single one.